Welcome in and welcome back to Polite for One. I'm your host, Red. If you're not subscribed to the page, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here for a while, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you share this video and hit that like button. That way you can push this show into the algorithm. All right, y'all. So it's just me today. It's just me by myself. We ain't did this in a long, long time. Usually I will pop up on here by myself and do some shows, but I haven't did it in a while. But we're gonna get into this Cowboys and Commanders game that we got going on Sunday. It is a must win for the Cowboys. We don't want to fall to 2-4-1. So we gotta get this dub on Sunday. So we're just gonna get into like the offense and the defense and things they can do to get this dub. So the Cowboys are at home this week. Vegas are favoring the, the Commanders at 1.5, and I understand why. Our defense is absolutely terrible, and I can't blame them. Like that Commanders team, they got some weapons over there, so of course Vegas is going to favor them. Like I said, they are favored at 1.5, and the Cowboys, we desperately need this win. You don't want to have any more losses in the NFC. You already have 3 losses. You have one to the Eagles, one to the Bears, and of course you have one to the Carolina Panthers. So you don't want to fall this week to another NFC team. Not only that, this is a division rival. So you want to make sure you kind of stay ahead. If you're not going to win if you're not going to win your NFC games, of course you want to make sure you can rack up these NFC divisional games. That way you can try to win your division. All right. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't think this week is gonna be an easy task. Like I said, the Commanders have some weapons over there. We all know about Debo Samuels, Terry McLaurin. I'm not sure if Scary Terry is gonna play this week. I seen him as questionable on the injury report. Of course, they still got Zach Ertz and they got the running back over there. And we all know about Jayden Daniels and what he can do. So this is not no team that we can just roll out there and think we're gonna be able to beat them. And also, this is the first time Jayden Daniels and Dak Prescott get to face each other. This is the first time we're gonna see a Dak and Jayden duel. Of course, when Jayden came into the league last year as a rookie, of course, Dak was out with the injury. So this is the first time they will be able to see each other firsthand. So let's just go ahead and get into the injury report for the Cowboys. So on the injury report, you have Tyler Booker. He's listed as questionable. Tyler Smith listed as questionable. Marshawn Nealon, he's listed as questionable, and of course Donovan Wilson is listed as questionable. Now I think we are going to get Tyler Booker back. I've listened to some of the press conferences, some of the other Cowboys content creators, and it sounds like we might have Tyler Booker back this week. So we'll see what happens as far as that. But I want to go ahead and get into the Commanders defense versus the Cowboys. The Commanders offense, I'm sorry, versus the Cowboys defense. Now, the Commanders are ranked 13th in total offense and 23rd in passing offense, which to me, it really doesn't matter because our defense is just absolutely atrocious. And anybody we played so far, they've made them look like an all pro. Caleb came in, rolled in looking like an all pro. You let Bryce Young score 3 touchdowns. You was in the duel with Russell Wilson. So at this point, whatever they offense, I don't care if they offense rank at the bottom of the bottom. Our defense is just that bad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't believe in what our defense can do. I don't think they can stop a nosebleed right now. So they are gonna be rolling in this week, and I'm pretty sure if Cliff Kingsbury did his homework, which I'm sure he did. He watched that tape from last week. He gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna run the ball down Dallas' throat. I'm gonna drop some things to make sure Jayden Daniel can also run the ball too. So you can expect Jayden Daniel to be running the ball as well. And of course, their running back. They have a decent running back over there in Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. I hope I'm saying that right. He had his best game 2 weeks ago against the Chargers, where he rushed for 111 yards and he averaged 7.9 yards a carry. And then last week against the Bears, he rushed for 61 yards. Um, so I think this running back coming in, I think he can come in. Like I said, our run game hasn't been the best, especially these last few weeks. So I think they're gonna be able to run the ball on us. Our run game is just not looking good right now. But I know a lot of people y'all not gonna like when I say this, but we should have Sanborn back this week. I know. People's been talking about Jack Sanborn, how his feet look like he's stuck in quicksand, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Jack Sanborn is better against the run. He know how to diagnose the plays and he know how to shoot the gaps. He might not be super fast, but he do know how to diagnose as far as if he's figuring out if they know how to run the ball. Um, And hopefully we can get Kenny Clark and Osa. We need to get them back on track as far as stopping the ball. Like I said, when we traded away Michael Parsons and Kenny Clark came in, I think he did a phenomenal job in those first couple of weeks. But these last couple of weeks, I really don't know what's happening with our run game. We seen Rico Dowdle gash us last week, and then a week before we seen Brees Hall come in and just do whatever he wants. So hopefully they can get back on track as far as stopping the run this week. Now, I'm not too concerned about the Commanders receivers over there. Unless, like I said, they get Scary Terry back. He was listed as questionable. I don't know if he's gonna play or not. But if he does play, I'm not gonna lie. Terry's a guy who can take the top off of a defense. So hopefully, Terry sits out one more week. Please don't come back against the Cowboys. He probably will, though. Everybody like to put that good suit on. They Sunday's best for the Cowboys. So he probably will play in this game, but hopefully he don't. But outside of Terry, of course, we all know about Debo Samuels and what Debo was able to do when he was with the 49ers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I haven't watched a lot of Washington football games this year, so I'm not really too sure what Debo is doing over there. I've always seen Debo as more of a gadget guy, not really much of a receiver. Now Debo, if you can get a ball to him in the backfield, I ain't gonna lie to you. Use him as a running back. He's hard to get on the ground. He's big in stature. He's a strong guy. So Debo will give you some issues as far as if they are going to use him as more of a running back type style. But as a receiver, I don't I'm not too afraid of Debo. I'm not gonna lie to you. But against our defense, again, he might go off. He might go off. Who knows? Might come out there and he might have a game. Um, but I'm gonna really need my linebackers. I need them to be I need them to be sideline to sideline this week. When I say sideline to sideline, meaning helping stop that run. If they're not coming up the middle where Kenny or Osa can stop them, please make sure I need my linebackers running sideline to sideline. I think we have a great linebacker in Maris, who can kind of do that. Of course, I know the rookie Shamar James, so I need those guys to making sure they not letting Jayden, first of all, not letting Jayden run all over the field. And of course, if they do, which we already know they're gonna run the ball, I need y'all sideline to sideline, making sure we're not giving up too many yards in that run game. I just need my at this point, I just need a hope and a prayer for my defense. A hope and a prayer. I just need y'all to do something this week. Please just do something. If we can at least get one takeaway, I think that we can win this game. But I need my defense to either force a fumble, get an interception. We need something. I'm just praying. Please, please, please do something this week. Make Jayden Daniels turn the ball over. I need my pass rush to be the best they ever been. I need James Houston and his snaps. I need his snaps ramped up this week. I need him getting to Jayden Daniels, Jayden Daniels in these passing situations. I need Sam Williams. I need something from you, Sam. I need something from Dante. I need all of my guys that's on that edge to get Jayden Daniels on the field. We were not able to tackle Bryce Young at all last week. So hopefully we can get something in that pass game. I mean, in the off our ends this week. We really need something to happen on this defense. We really at this point, it's a hope and it's a prayer that our defense do something because we all know what the offense is going to talk. We all know what the offense is going to do, and that's a great segue into what I want to talk about: this Dallas offense versus this Commanders defense. As we all know, we all been watching what this Dallas defense can. I mean, this Dallas offense can do. They're one of the best offensive teams right now in the league, if I'm not mistaken. I think we are number two, as far as like passing yards. So we are the top of the top defense right now. Like I said, I wish we had a defense to complement what our offense is doing because I feel like Dak has been playing phenomenal. He's been mentioned in MVP talks this year already. So hopefully, um like I said, our defense can start getting some things together so we can get some more dubs, man. Two, 3, and 1. It just sounds like a damn countdown or something. Like 2, 3, 1, like 1, 2, 3. Like it just sounds really, really weird. So hopefully, we get something from our defense just to complement our offense. But we already know like offense has been doing whatever they want on that side of the ball, especially with CD being out. George Pickens is going absolutely crazy. Like sign that man right now. I put out a little short with Jerry. I'm telling Jerry, sign the man right now because I'm telling you, yesterday's price is not going to be today's price, and the price is going to keep going up if George Pickens continue to ball out. Now, on average, RD, where did I put that? Okay, so on average, I'm sorry. So on average, our defense is giving up 25.6 points per game, meaning the offense needs to score at least 28 points a game just to win. Now, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Usually, in NFL, if you score 24 points, that'll get you a win. But the way that our defense has been playing, we playing against our defense, they defense. We're playing against two defenses at this point. It's our offense versus our own defense and their defense as well. So we got to outscore our own defense that's giving up 25 points a game, damn near 30 points a game. And like I said, Cowboys, if defense giving up 25, we need to score 28 to win the game, which is I think is crazy. So just kind of put that in perspective how that sounds. Like defense give up all these points, your offense got to try to outscore them. I think that's actually I think it's ridiculous, and I don't really think it's fair for the offense having to go out on every single possession and score the football. It's not feasible in the NFL. You're not going to score on every single drive. Like you're just not. And I think that's what the Cowboys offense have to be right now. They have to be absolutely perfect. They don't they shouldn't be punting the ball. We shouldn't be getting three. We don't even want to get three. Like at this point, we have to get seven every single time because I think three is just it's just not gonna cut it. But like I said, I just think it's not fair that this offense has to carry this team. Like they have to be absolutely perfect. And I already know it's gonna come a game when the offense is probably gonna struggle against a very good defense. Like we got the Denver Broncos coming up. We already know what their defense look like over there. And of course you got the Eagles again. Now, gratefully they've been kind of struggling on defense, but we have some more opponents on our schedule that has really good defense. So yeah, it's gonna come a game where the offense is not gonna be able to carry us, and the defense is gonna have to do something. If not, there's gonna be another L. But on a positive note, CD Lamb is supposed to start this game. Now he said in a press conference earlier this week when he was asked if he's gonna come back, he said he could have came back last week, but the staff held him out just for some extra precaution. So I think it's great. Like I said, you're gonna have CD Lamb out there with George Pickens. You're gonna get Turk back as well. So this game can easily turn into a shootout, which I think is gonna be anyways. I think it's gonna be a shootout with Jayden Daniels and Dak Prescott. Whoever get the ball last, I think is gonna win this game. But even with CD Lamb coming back, I do like Ryan Flanoy. Ryan Flanoy has been playing phenomenal. I think he stepped up and shown and proved that hey, I deserve a spot on this offense as well. So I would really like to see Ryan Flanoy, of course, CD is your number one. George Pickens is your two. I want Ryan as my third receiver, and of course, you can still use Turk, but I always look at Turk as more as like a special team type gadget guy. Of course, you can hand it to Turp out of the backfield, hit him on the slant, and of course he's gonna do his thing on special teams. So I really just want to see I want to see Ron Flanoy continue to get targets. I think he's a physical guy, he's got great hands, and he showed you that you can go to him in crucial moments and he can make those catches. So I really want to see Ron Flanoy continue to get his targets um even with like I said, even with CD Lamb coming back. Again, more good news. I know I said earlier um and when I was talking about the injury report, but we should get Tyler Booker back as well. This should help with the run blocking. Run blocking was not that great last week. I think this was the first game I've seen Javonte Williams not just go off. He didn't go off at all. You didn't see nothing from Javonte, and you didn't see really too much from Jayden Blue. So hopefully this is a game that where your run game can get back on track. Now the Commanders are ranked 20 against the run. Like I said, I expect Javonte to have an absolutely great game. I think this is going to be a great game where we probably see more carries for Jayden Blue. Like I said, hopefully with Tyler Booker being back, he's going to help them in that run block game because, like I said, it hasn't been all that great. It wasn't that great last week. I'll say that these other weeks when our other backup stepped in, Run game was fine. Like Javonte was going off, but last week, I don't know what happened on on that front. It was like the offensive line was struggling. I'm not too sure. What was going on. But like I said, I want to see more of Jayden Blue. And I think with Jayden Blue, it's not really I feel like it was the blocking, but I feel like with Blue's type of back, you got to kind of get him in space. So use him in a screen game, get him out in space and throw the ball to him. That's what they were doing when he played for UT. They get him out in space and throw him the ball. So I want to see the Cowboys kind of do that with him instead of just running him up the A gap or I think the carries that he got, I didn't really see him bouncing outside too much either. So I really just want the Cowboys to utilize your players to their strengths. I don't think Jadon's that bruising back like Javonte. Like you gotta get him out on the edges, or like I said, get him out in space and throw the ball to him. I think that'll help his his carries and the touches, the little bit of touches that he is getting. Also, I think Jake Ferguson, I think he's played well in these last three games. If I'm not mistaken, he's had a touchdown in these last three games. So I want to see this matchup against excuse me. I want to see this matchup against Jake and Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner has been struggling against tight ends, especially in that pass game. So I think this would be a great game to have Ferg matched up against him. Like I said, now Ferg has not been the fastest. Like I said, maybe he's just coming back off of this injury, but he's not super fast. He's looking like Jason Witten out there. Not super fast, but you can throw the ball to him, he gonna catch it. He gonna be humping his shoulders trying to get to that first down. But Jake Ferguson, I think he should have a great game against the Commanders linebackers. And overall, I just think that this Dallas offense is just gonna have to put points on the board. We're gonna have to, like I said, just um outscore our bad defense. We have to outscore our bad defense. We all know what Dan Quinn, what he's gonna try to do to stop the Cowboys, but I think the run game gets back on track. And like I said, you got GP out there and you got Pickens. I mean, you got GP out there and you got Lamb. So at that point, like I said, it's pick your poison. You either gonna double CD or you gonna double George Pickens, but you can't do both. So which one do you want? Which one of those guys do you want to go off? If not, like I said, you still got Ryan Flanoy, you still got Turpin out there. We still got our running backs. Like we have some weapons on offense. So, like I said, I'm not concerned at all about what this offense is gonna do. I'll be very, very surprised if this defense go out there and do something. If they get some takeaways, I will be very, very happy and I'll be very, very surprised. So we'll see what's gonna happen on Sunday. Hopefully, like I said, I hope the Cowboys come out with a dub. You don't want to fall to 2-4-1. Like I said, the season might be over if we don't win this game on Sunday night. So quick score quick why I can't talk today. Quick score prediction. I have the Cowboys winning a high scoring game. I think we get this one 38-35. So if you are a betting man or a betting woman, take the over. I think the over under was at 54 and a half the last time I checked. So it's gonna be they're gonna score together combined. They're gonna score 60 points. This is gonna be an absolute shootout. I would be very, very surprised if this is a defensive game, but I just don't see it being a defensive game. I think it's gonna be high scoring, and I think that if the Cowboys can get the ball last, I think we win it with the walk off field goal. Hence the score 38-35. But that is all that I have. Y'all make sure if you're not subscribed to the page, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all think the Cowboys is going to come out with a dub? You think they're going to lose? What y'all think the offense is? Well, we already know what the offense is going to do. What y'all think the defense is going to do? Or do y'all think the Commanders is going to dog walk the Cowboys? Y'all let me know down in the comments. Again, if you're not subscribed to the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so y'all know when we go live. We go live each and every Monday at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is called the Texas Huddle. We do cover. If you're a Houston Texans fan, we talk about the Texans, and of course, if you're a Cowboys fan, we talk about the Cowboys. That is the Texas Huddle each and every Monday. So again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody who's been showing me love, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.